Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up guys, Cap over here and welcome to week 4 of the R.E.D League as we're taking on the Boston Brelooms coached by Austin. And if you guys want to support us, be sure to smash that like button and show your support by either subscribing or, like I said before, hitting that like button. So let's just jump right into this. The team that we're preparing for is right on the side. And right away we're just going to start off with one of the most interesting things of my draft, and that is the Firo, aka Hangry Burp. He's got the red card, sniper, drill run, toxic U-turn, and drill pack. This mon is supposed to be really just out here to annoy something. So I know he's got a pretty good baton passing team. With the red card, it'll just boot that thing right out, and we can sort of reset the stats. Drill run, if it gets a crit, we get 50% on the Mega Steelix, which is not bad. It's damage. It also hits the Pyroar, and that's about it. We've got Toxic for the Milotic, just in case that thing is a problem. And U-turn just for switching. We want to get the Volt turning action going on. That's going to be really huge on this game. One of the big things. And then we've got Drill Peck, because Drill Peck hits almost everything on his team. It hits Conch Elder, Scolipede, Jump Pluff, and Neutral on the Scavalier. Plus it hits everything else decently well. The Sniper allows crits to do some extra damage, and this thing's made to outspeed a non-choiced Scarfed Braviary that is timid, I do believe. Next up we have Hariyama with Assault Vest, Guts, Knock Off, Fake Out, Close Combat, Rock Tomb. Mostly this guy's job is to lead off, go for Fake Out. We can scout if he has a Zoroark arc. If he does, then we just go for Close Combat, hit everything. If Gothitail is there, then that's a big problem for us, just because Gothitail pretty much 1v1s this Pokemon, and this Pokemon is really huge in this match, so I'm not going to stay in if Gothitail is in, so I don't want to get Shadow Tagged. That'd be horrible. Close Combat one-shots Mega Steelix with the Gust Boost, and it pretty much 1v1s Zoroark that is special, Milotic, what's his name, Pyroar, and Blissey. So it's got a big job. It checks a lot of things on his team, and that's pretty much Jackie Hand's job right here. Next up we have Skull Crusher, the Aggron, pretty much the same set that we brought in last time. I think we added 12 defense just because I felt like 12 was the lucky number on this. Dragon Tail, Heavy Slam, Fire Punch, and Stealth Rocks. This is one of the more offensive sets and variants that we brought. We brought no T-Wave just because he's going to be passing that on. Dragon Tail hits everything on his team. He has nothing like that. Heavy Slam pretty much one-shots a lot of his Pokemon. Well, it does a decent amount. It does. I think it's a 3-hit KO on Conch Elder. Fire Punch is a 1-hit KO on the Scavalier. Scolipede doesn't appreciate it, and Jump Pluff doesn't appreciate it. And Stealth Rocks are going to be really huge in this game, just because his team doesn't have a lot of defog. Well, it only has one defogger, that being the Braviary, and we got to make sure we take advantage of that. So that sort of plays in with the Volt turning sort of action going on there. Next up we have our second part of the Volt turn. The Rotom Heat with Choice Guard, Levitate, Volt Switch, Overheat, Thunderbolt, and Trick. This set was created just because Volt Switch and Thunderbolt hit both Milotic, Braviary really hard. Jump Pluff doesn't appreciate it at all. And Overheat pretty much one-shots the Mega Steelix, even if it's a specially defensive Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix does not appreciate it. Trick's just in here so we could possibly trick the Milotic, possibly trick the Blissey, trick one of those Pokemon into doing something that they don't really want to keep on doing for a long time. So we have that. Next up, I knew I needed a check for the Scolipede, so we have Jellicent with the Colbur Berry, Water Absorb, Substitute, Scald, Recover, and Acid Armor. This thing pretty much 1v1s the Milotic, outspeeds it by a couple points, so Substitute and Yada, he won't be able to poison me. If I can get enough Acid Armors up, it can 1v1 the Conch Elder, and it pretty much 1v1s the Pyroar too, and the Mega Steelix. So this guy has a pretty important role in this, plus it cannot get Shadow Tag, so I can switch it out as much as I want. Next up we have Lemonade with the Kabai Berry, Pixelate, Heal Bell, Hyper Voice, Wish, Calm Mind. The reason I didn't add Psyshock was because Psyshock doesn't really do that much to this team. Scolipede pretty much one-shots it even with the Kabai Berry, but Zorg and the Conch Elder with the Poison Jab actually does not KO it. It's around 50%, and Cillian can sort of start setting up. The only thing that it doesn't really appreciate is the Mega Steelix and Scavalier, but other than that, everything else will... it pretty much handles everything else on his team. So that's pretty much the team that we have for today. The big thing in this is getting hazards up and just applying the U-turn volt switching sort of action going on. He doesn't have any spinners, so he has no spinners. He has one defogger, that being Braviary, and if we can keep him on his heels, always switching out, we can accumulate enough damage to a point where a lot of our attacks will simply one-shot. Jackie Hands is a big role in this match, and Sir Hammerlock too. So let's see what he brings in, and we're just gonna jump right into the battle. So thanks for watching. This is Cap signing off.